Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Oi, Let's Talk podcast.
Welcome.
We are going to start today off with a little bit of a life update because we haven't done this in a hot minute.
Also, a lot has happened since our last one, such as Kate's just gotten engaged. There is a giant rock on her finger. It's actually weighing her down right now, and I'm so happy for you.
Do you know what? I actually got out of my car before. I was like, fuck, my lower back is so sore. I was like, is it because of my rock?
Can you tell the listeners, because I know the story, but I feel like everyone else would like to know the story.
Yeah.
One, about the day, and two, just how it went down.
Yeah. So everyone keeps asking me if I had any idea. And I kind of was a little bit cluey to it because if you guys know Armand or you know him in general, he's the least romantic person ever. Like, love him to death, but the romance does not flow through his body naturally. So I kind of had an inkling because he booked a couple of nights away for his birthday. And I was like, why would you book nights away for your birthday? Like, it's your birthday. Wouldn't I book that for you? And then as we were driving there, he didn't tell me where we were going. But as we were driving there, I was like, actually, nah, I don't reckon he is proposing to me because he was really calm. Almost too relaxed, like singing carpool karaoke, vibing out, whatever. And when I posted it on Instagram that I gotten engaged, a lot of people were like, oh my God, he proposed on his birthday, but he actually didn't. He proposed the day before. So when we rocked up, I was too excited about the amenities of this place. They had granola, homemade granola, and a full loaf of sourdough bread.
Important.
That was like the most important part of the whole fucking thing, right? So I'm looking at that. I didn't even notice, but there was roses on the table. And when I walked up, I was like, oh, who are the roses for? He was like, oh, they're for you. I was like, why? It's your birthday. And then he's like, oh, do you know what the day is today? And I was like, no. And he goes, it's the 4th of the 4th, 2024. And if you guys don't know, my angel numbers or my favorite number is 4, right? My parents' home is the number 4. Always loved the number 4. But my angel numbers are also 444. Number plate of my car is 444. I've got it tattooed on my wrist. So he proposed on that date, which he'd planned for a full year.
I love this so much.
Literally for a full year. And then obviously I was like, haha, that's crazy. I didn't even realize. Turned away, he proposed. I blacked out, started crying, jumping up and down like a little child. And that's the story.
And then you told everyone the day after, which is kind of nice because then you got the day to just like soak that moment in.
Yeah, I called all of like my closest like friends and family, obviously, the top Gs.
Yeah.
And then, I kind of just announced it the next day and let everyone else know.
Can I let you know my point of view of this situation? So I knew that you were going away, and for 3 of my clients I trained Monday morning, I told them all that I was like, this is my guess. This week, Kate's getting engaged. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I told every single one of them, right? Anyways, and then I was like, okay, cool, we'll just see what happens. And then on Wednesday, he texted me 040424. And then I was like, fuck, now I don't want my clients to think that I actually knew and I told them. But then I was like, no, I can't talk to Kate until she's come back from this holiday because I don't want to accidentally say anything just somehow. Or like, what if you were like, oh, I think I'm getting engaged, and then I just was awkward. So I was trying to dodge you like Wednesday and Thursday, which worked really well because then you could just go away and have a surprise. But I made a guess, like a bet with my clients on Monday, and then I was stressing.
But that's so funny because Lauren, my best friend of like 15 years, outside of Gemma, don't look offended.
We love Lauren so much.
We love Lauren so much. She knew for a year.
That's so good.
So he told her the date a year ago, and then he told her months prior because she was helping with the ring. Because a lot of people have asked about my ring. Did I pick it? What happened with my ring?
Yeah.
So I'd sent him a photo of what I liked in terms of like the rectangle shape. I don't know the actual.
I don't know either.
I don't know anything about rings. Like a year and a half ago, but I didn't actually pick it. But he was like FaceTiming Lauren. So Lauren knew months prior. And I actually said on the phone to her like a couple of days before we left, I was on FaceTime to her and I was like, maybe I'm going to get engaged on Thursday or like this weekend. I don't know. And she was like, I don't know, aren't you going away for his birthday? Like she played it so good. I wouldn't have even known. So that's the first and last time she's allowed to lie to me in that relationship.
100%. But it was for the best, let's be honest.
For the best, yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Someone, because I've spoken to some of my clients about wanting to potentially elope or have a destination wedding, which you're also pushing.
Yeah.
Someone's like, dual elopement, Italy. And I was like, yes, that's the only person I think I would elope with. So
absolutely
on the cards.
We love it.
Otherwise, life update, anything else?
That's kind of it.
It's pretty big dick energy. Like it's all you really need, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got any idea of if you want to do, I know you've said non-traditional wedding, but do you have any desire to start planning something like this, or are you just happy? No.
The thought of planning
No.
a wedding, like, actually does not light me up inside at all. I think eventually we'll like either elope or it'll be a small, very close-knit group of people overseas, somewhere tropical, hot, something or other.
Italy. Yep.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Italy with Gemma and Ben.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Amazing.
Yeah, but that's like down the line, not
Love
for
that.
now. But other than that, what else is going on?
You're launching something today.
I am launching
Please talk about this.
by the time this episode is out, it'll probably already be out, so I can say what it is.
Yeah.
My 6-month business development program, which I've designed, which is an app to pretty much take your business either from day one to $100,000 to scale over 100K, or if you're wanting to scale over the 5K weeks, we've got you covered as well. So it includes literally everything that you would ever need, from contracts, copy and plate, Canva templates. We've got a full tech build out, which my tech team helps you build landing pages, email integrations. Like, if you own a business in the coaching space, it's a fucking game changer. So that's going to launch tonight. But by the time you guys hear this, it's already out.
100%. This is going to, on Sunday, yeah? This episode will be out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Also, I think you should dive deeper into the fact that you've actually recorded modules for this.
Oh, it is like a
Like
full.
it's full. It's
yeah.
very
So
thorough.
there's like 20 plus hours of modules already loaded in, but it's going to be an ever growing resource library. So we'll do monthly live trainings where we all get in. You get to network with other business owners as well, which is fucking sick. You get the opportunity to literally pick my brain, pick their brain, make connections in your industry. But yeah, there's a lot of modules from like everything you need to know, from contracts to client communication to onboarding processes to marketing to scaling to branding, everything.
I love
all
it.
in there.
I think when I started, this is like exactly what I would have needed as well. Like just the basic bones of things, but then also the boring stuff no one wants to do, like the contracts, but you still need all of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be amazing.
It's sick. And honestly, like when I was looking at creating something, I was looking at what's a gap in the market.
Yeah.
And when I hand on heart say, there is nobody in the industry that has done this ever. Like, go and look for a 6-month business development program to actually grow your business as an online coach. You can barely find anything anywhere, right? Like, there's nothing like this. So I thought, you know what, gap in the market, I'm going to fucking send it. And yeah, the app that I created, it's insane.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're going to kill it.
Thank you. Life update for you, deficit girl.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 that come to mind. The first is I'm in a deficit. I'm currently week 3. I haven't actually had a fat loss goal or like a real drive to do a deficit, honestly, since 2020. I competed in 2019. If I got my numbers
WBFF.
right. Yeah, I competed in 2019. And then like on and off, maybe 1 or 2 deficits, but honestly for the last 4 years it hasn't really been a focus of mine. I've just kind of been living my life, training, eating food, having a good time, but I'm enjoying the focus, I'm enjoying the goal. When the time's right, like we've moved house, we're settled in now, it's kind of nice to have a new goal, and when I kind of flip the switch on that, I feel really driven.
Yeah.
So even though dieting is not fun, really, it's actually been fun prepping more meals and cooking more at home. And also Ben's super supportive, like meal preps my veggies, and like we'd go for walks together at night, and there's actually something nice to come out of it other than the fact that it's just a goal I've got. So week 3, I'm trying to treat it as a bit of an educational thing as well. So alongside having my own goal, I'm trying to use every week to kind of give a bit of a tidbit of something I've thought about for the week. So for last week, I was like, it sucks as a female when you have your period and you're doing a deficit and you weigh yourself and you're like, it's gone up. And then you kind of can get in your head a bit, which I understand. And I've heard this conversation hundreds of times. And I was like, cool, I went through that last week, but I'm not going to do anything crazy because I know that I'm checking the boxes and I know that it will come down. So that was last week's kind of educational tidbit. And then this week I'll have another one as well. So I'll probably do progress photos at 4 weeks and 8 weeks and then just go from there.
And it's only an 8-week long deficit,
Only
right?
8 weeks, yeah. I only had a moderate goal.
Yeah.
Like half a kilo, 250 grams to half a kilo a week. I don't really care about the weight, but I was imagining I'll probably lose about 3 to 4 kilos, but we'll see. I was more so just wanting to see how I feel and then go from there. But I'm enjoying it. Like,
amazing.
Yeah.
And also, sorry to cut you off, we're also going to Bali.
We're going to Bali in, I think it's 7 weeks. I've actually got a reminder on my phone here and I cannot wait. Oh my God. What have we got? 6 weeks. It's going so quickly.
I'm
So
so excited.
we're going to Bali for our friend Bridget and Cody's wedding,
Yeah.
and we're really excited. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be staying together, which I can't wait for. We've got so many things planned around this.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, it's getting really cold in Melbourne. I'm really looking forward to just having like a middle of the year trip. And for me personally, I've also kind of coincided this with making a decision within my business, which is to move away from face-to-face.
So
I
cool.
love face-to-face. I love my clients, and it's something that I feel like when I came out of lockdown, I really missed because there was so much just computer time, wasn't enough social connection. So I've trained some of my clients face-to-face consistently, other than the bits during lockdown where we were stuck, but for 5 years, and I love them and I see them every week. But I've just decided that there's a lot of things that I want to do in this industry, and there's a lot of things I want to do online, and I feel like the best thing for me to do will be to give myself the space to do that. So I sent them all an email last week just letting them know that I'm going to transition face-to-face away the week that I go to Bali, and then when we come back we'll go hard on that. But that's probably the biggest. It's like bittersweet because I've always going to miss seeing those people, but I'm still going to work with them in another capacity online,
Absolutely.
program only, things like that. But that was probably the thing that I've been building up towards lately, is just focusing on a game plan and a marketing plan for the second half of the year.
So fucking cool.
So good.
Congratulations.
Can't wait. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I feel like when you can transition out of face-to-face into an online business model only, like...
And I've got it all there. Like I
huge.
already
Yeah.
have like good systems. I have great results with my online clients. It's just about putting all of my energy into doing that.
Yeah.
And I know that there's so many things I want to do, and I just know that I need more energy and time to do that.
Exactly. We're planning world domination.
We've got big plans.
We've got
shit
to do.
100%. That's my life updates.
Yeah, life update's done. Now you go. Because it's more your thing. I can't remember the word of what we're going to call it.
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Health and fitness hot takes. I went on Reddit earlier and I was like, what are some hot takes that we can discuss? And there was quite a few. And then Kate was getting savage before, but I'm glad we zipped it up so we can continue on in this poddy and talk about it. The first hot take was a crop top is not a top and you should be more clothed in the gym. Mainly because of the male gaze, I'm assuming. That's the hot take.
That just grinds me gears. But you know what I think is crazy? I don't know if you guys have been privy to this information, but there's a lot of gyms coming out in Australia, because I've seen this over TikTok, coming out with dress codes in gyms.
Yep.
Mainly directed, and don't quote me on this because I haven't seen the emails, okay? I'm quoting a TikTok, all right? But mainly directed from the TikToks I've seen at women and what they're wearing. And that pisses me the fuck off.
Why does it piss you off?
How rude. Why can I not wear a crop top?
If I'm hot, I'm going to wear what I want.
Exactly.
I obviously don't want my titties falling out, but for the most part, it's just practical. Layers come off when you're starting to train.
I always look at it like this, right? If I can go to the beach in a bikini, why can't I wear a crop top at a gym? Like, what's the actual difference in that, right?
I mean, I just look at it as like, what do I want to wear? What can I move in? If I'm wearing lots of layers and it's restrictive, it's not overly helpful.
Yeah, and also, even like how people say leggings aren't real clothes, like real pants.
Try and fight me on that because I live in leggings. 100%.
100%.
So what are we saying with that? That's out. We're off
That's in
that.
the
Wear whatever
fucking-
you want in the gym.
That's in the bin. Wear whatever you feel comfortable and confident in. If that is a crop top with a pump cover, tucking your shirt into the back of your fucking crop top, live your best life, right? It doesn't matter. Whatever you're comfortable in.
My next hot take, I keep seeing Pilates is making me lean, strength training, Pilates versus strength training, cardio versus strength training. And I'm just sick of the this versus this. I feel like we can live in coexistence and do all of the things to a certain extent. There's always someone that's just the loudest voice saying that this is what gave me results, but a lot of it comes from just their personal experience. This is what worked for them. But I don't think that's overly helpful. If you enjoy strength training and you want to do some Pilates, it's not that one is better than the other. What can you do consistently? What are you getting results with? What are you, what part of what community that your gym has are you wanting to show up every day because you like being there? It doesn't have to be so divisive. We can fit both of them in. You can also fit running in. As a hybrid athlete over across from me, she can tell us she's been running and strength training.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like everyone falls into these camps of like, this is better than this, but it's based on what your goal is, right? Like if your goal is to say, rehab an injury, maybe doing something like clinical Pilates is going to be better than being in the gym at that point in time. If your goal is to move well and take care of your joint health, or, you know, prevent osteoporosis later on in life, strength training is probably going to be your best friend. If you're wanting to become a hybrid athlete like yours truly, you're probably going to need to run, but equally you need to be strength training to make sure that your joints and ligaments are nice and protected, or otherwise you're going to be injured. So like, it just depends on your goals, but I just don't think that there's one that's better than the other. I think it's based on what you want to do. And all of this bullshit around like Pilates is going to make you lean and weight training made me bulky. It's like, no, it's not the reality. Provide me research on it and then we'll argue this in court.
That was the main thing I was just trying to avoid, that conversation of just being like, this made me lean, this made me bulky. It's not as black and white as that. It's like, I don't want people to be afraid of strength training.
Yeah, it's also your lifestyle changes, right? Like if you do nothing, so just say you go to the gym, for example, and you're weight training, and outside of weight training, you're doing nothing. You're just going home, lying on the couch, you're not moving, you're not having any sort of step goal, you're not focusing on nutrient-dense foods. And then all of a sudden you change to Pilates, but equally you're starting to focus on your steps. You're eating better. Of course you're going to get leaner and associate that with Pilates.
Yep.
But it's probably actually your lifestyle factors outside of your physical activity. And I say this to my clients all the time, right? Like, how many hours are in a week? I don't know. You guys do the maths. Just say there's like, whatever, 72 hours in a week. I don't know, whatever. It's not correct, but I'm not good at maths. So hold me in this space for a second. 72 hours in the week. You go to the gym or you do a Pilates class for 30 to 40 minutes. That just say overall throughout the week, you spend 3 to 4 hours in your total week exercising. That 3 to 4 hours doesn't necessarily matter too much. It matters what you're doing outside of that 3 to 4 hours. If you then do nothing and you eat really poorly and you don't move your body in other kind of ways through like steps or another sort of goal, that's where you're going to see the difference, right? It's not just based on what it is that you're doing in the gym or in your Pilates or in your running.
Yeah.
And that's my story.
That's your whole story?
Yeah.
Great. Next hot take.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this recently, but I wanted to end on this one. Your friends won't support your business as much as a random person online. Any thoughts?
It's so fucking true. I literally made a TikTok the other day being like, if you want to see who your real friends are, start a fucking business or just do really good at something, because you will start to see that people just can't hold you in whatever success that you're doing, or if they deem what you're doing more quote unquote successful than what they're doing.
I think something we've also spoken about as well is just people celebrate different kinds of successes in life. So say someone gets married or has a baby and things like that, kind of all get around that, but it's not necessarily the same view or importance to somebody else if you say start a business. It's not necessarily gotten around the same way. What do you think about that?
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I just think when I look at it, like if you can't even like a post on Instagram, it's like, fuck. Like we're not friends, really.
Yeah.
And you start to realize like not secret haters, but also like secret haters. You know?
Okay. You know what I've found? I found that someone I've never met is just liking, saving, commenting on everything for like years. And shout out to those people, the random people online who are always just backing you, commenting, supporting you. They're the real ones.
They're the real ones. Absolutely. I don't know. I find it really interesting, and it's really funny because when you listen to anyone who has like done anything successful, I say in quotations, they always say this, that you start to notice like who your real friends are. But I always look at like, I want my friends to win. So if I can help my friend in any way, whether it's a like, a comment, a share, a resource, a network, a connection, putting their name up in front of a group of people who have an opportunity that I know would be suited to them, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to like secretly sit there and like wallow in my own self-pity because it didn't happen for me. So yeah, it's very interesting.
I just think like when you think of good friends, I would think who, when you're not in the room, are they speaking highly of you? And if you know that that's a yes, and that's someone that's clearly a friend for life and someone who's supporting you.
If not, they're just a little rat.
Little rat.
And that wraps up today's episode. That was just a bit of a chit chat, talk shit. Bit of a life update for you all, because I feel like we haven't done one of those in so long.
No, we should do one every 3 months because a lot happens.
Let us know if you guys like these and if you want them to continue on. We love you. You guys know what to do.
Rate us 5 stars. If you like this episode, let us know, and we can't wait to see you next week.